Beautiful, beautiful. You guys, it's Adrian, Capricorn Tigress of Astrology, a look inside.com and perceptiveguidance.com. I don't talk about that enough, but I have that too. And we've got like one of those mighty groups with that. So if you ever want to join anything, there's a couple of things that's going on with that. There's the Perceptive Guidance. There's like a free mighty membership there. So you could just go to perceptiveguidance.com. There's a little button there. And if you click there, it'll take you right to the Perceptive Guidance membership there. And go ahead and join that. I would love that. Also, we have a paid membership. I've been promoting that on Facebook, and I think I'm going to upload these because I'm doing this 3-day astrology party lives on Facebook. And it's every day, it's just me pitching different things that we have. And I don't think that people realize that I've got several types of products. I've got, the readings, and then there's ebooks, and then there's videos, there's courses, there's memberships, we've got groups, we've got clubs. I mean, we've got extended offers. I'm a life coach, I'm a healer, I'm an astrologer, I'm a numerologist, and I am a certified, I just got certified to do spiritual life coach, meditation facilitator, and certified abundance and manifestation coach. And right now, I'm currently working on becoming a certified sales coach and a certified NLP coach. So I'm excited about those ones. The NLP is the biggest one. It's taking a little longer, but it's worth it. And I guess if I had to say why I want to get these certifications is because when I do my astrology, I want to have solutions. It's one thing to do it that day, but how can I help you after that day? Especially if I see something that I want to fix or help with. I felt like I wanted to get as much knowledge as possible to be able to help people with whatever comes up. So I've also been to like narcissistic university. I went to ASSEC Direct. He has a podcast. I'll put his podcast up. But he had that university, and I did finish everything there. So I was pretty happy to be a part of that. So I feel like when I'm talking to people about relationships and I say something like, well, that person sounds like they've got a borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder, or it sounds like it's toxic, that's a red flag. I'm giving you learned speech. If I say you've been you're being devalued or you've been discarded, I'm telling you real things. I want people to understand that. I don't just want people to think, oh, she's just talking. No, no, I went and educated myself on purpose. Because sometimes, oh gosh, how can I put this? I've been lucky enough to do astrology since I was a kid, and it's just me. I mean, everyone's been happy with what I do, so I've never had to worry about anything. I've just helped people, and they've helped me. I've not really tried to get big or famous or popular or anything like that. I just do it because I love it. And some part of me just knows I'm here to help. I mean, I've done my own astrology to a certain part. I don't even know if I can if I can go on to the next level, if I don't figure out how I will help in this lifetime. My Pallas Athena is in Cancer in the 6th house, opposing my sun. And my North Node is in Cancer in the 7th house, saying reach out to other people. My Moon is in the 4th house, in Taurus, saying reach out to other people, care for others, nurture others, take care of others. My Pisces Jupiter is in the 2nd house, saying help others. Again, Neptune on the midheaven, help others. Sun in the 12th house, help others. I mean, how much can they scream it at me, right? I was lucky though. I do have Neptune on the midheaven and Jupiter in the 2nd, and I've got Pluto in the 8th house. It makes me very intuitive. I've been very lucky. The Moon in the 4th doesn't hurt either. I've actually got a grand trine between the Sun and Moon and Pluto in the 12th, 4th, and 8th houses. And Neptune sits on the top in Scorpio, right on the midheaven. It's crazy, isn't it? And the Sun's right on the ascendant. So I believe, I know that I'm here to help other people. And when you do a reading and you see someone's face lose the fear, that is such a great feeling. When you realize, wow, you just help someone to understand there's no fear. This is a process. You see the process, you explain the process, you know it. It's sometimes when I look at a horoscope chart, I feel like I'm looking at a map or a book. It's a story. Just the chart. That's all I need to see. All I really need is your date. I'll do the rest. But once I see that chart, oh yeah. I just did a reading yesterday. And I ended up spending 2 hours instead of 1 because it was so interesting and they were going through a lot. So I believe, I love astrology and it's my honor to do it. I just want you guys to know that. I think sometimes, I come on and I might seem like I'm not really, doing my job. I don't know. I just, sometimes I've been all over the place because I've been just like everybody else in the world looking for a way to survive, make enough money. And sometimes what happens is we get caught up, we get caught up in what's going on right now and if we don't have money and if we're worried, if we're afraid, if it feels like it's all going to fall apart. And I mean, sometimes it does feel like it's all going to fall apart, right? I mean, it's not, but it feels like it. It's amazing because you look back and you're like, how the heck did I make it through that? Like, how did I survive that? Like, I mean, okay, I don't even know how to explain it. I just felt like I was at the point of desperation and the end and giving up and just not seeing a clear way out of how it was going to work and really giving up. Okay, I keep saying it because I want you to understand, like, I already had given up. I had already like just resigned myself to failure. And then I was able to pull it out. And even now, and as I talk about it, I don't know how I did it. Now, some things are weird things that came through, and you're like, what? And you tell other people about, it, and they're like, what was that? So I had gotten this thing in my PayPal, and it says that we have, um, I want to say the exact wording because I don't want to say the wrong verbiage and then it sounds weird. Okay, let me tell you what it said. Okay, so it says, you have, okay, that was $75. Okay, hold on. Okay, this one says, Facebook Internet Tracking Settlement Administrator. First of all, did you hear the name? Facebook Internet Tracking Settlement Administrator. Note from Facebook Internet Tracking Settlement Administrator. Your Facebook Internet Tracking Settlement payment is now available in PayPal, and they sent you X amount of dollars on April 10th. Thank you. And I'm like, what? I had forgotten that I had gotten into that settlement. There's a couple of settlements I jumped in because there's a couple of things that got messed up. I remember, I think, signing up on that settlement. So I couldn't believe they actually put money in my PayPal. I had gotten in, I swear, like on the last day or the last week of this Facebook thing. And I found out because I had went on to Google, and I swear it was Google was saying something like it was the last day or the last week to get this payment done. And I was like, oh, what? Let me go ahead and get this done. And so I did. Um, but I didn't know that it was, first of all, that it was really going to come back and that they would pay me. Now, the crazy thing about that kind of thing is I had nothing before, so I'm grateful for whatever I got. And there's another one I'm in. I think it's for the Ozempic, or because they've got a class action lawsuit, and there's another one. Anyway, it's nice when you get a couple of bucks in your because of a class action lawsuit that you totally forgot about and didn't even pay attention to. So as I was talking and running my mouth, I was looking at where the moon in Libra falls for all 12 zodiac signs and where it's happening for you like right now, because we just had that full moon right now. Like, I didn't, when I was on Facebook, I was like, look, I can't believe this, but it looks like I'm doing this exactly on the full moon. And we just had it. It just went by. The sun right now is at 23 degrees and 22 minutes of Aries. And the moon is at 23 degrees and 53 minutes of Libra. So it's now past the sun exactly, but we just went through it. It just happened. I mean, it's amazing. I didn't realize I would be recording. Well, it was actually the full moon right in it. And I feel like I'm right in the midst of it right now. Now, I've been pitching all day, selling products. I've been selling them. I've got a 3-day astrology offer party going on. So I'm offering everything. Everything's on sale. And there is a secret code. If you, I'm going to upload my video that I did on Facebook. It has the secret code on it. So you'll have to watch the video more than 3 seconds to find out what that code is, okay? But if you watch that video and get that code, you can get 50% off of anything I have in my store. 50%. Now, even if you don't get the code, because I wanted to make it fair, if you go, I've updated the website. So astrologyalookinside.com has been updated. It is updated. And now there's a gold lady in gold, and you see her back, and you see like the ocean. So it's like she's looking, or we're looking inside, like the ocean. Anyway, but if you look up at the top, it says 25% spring special. sale or something. And you just have to put in spring at the checkout. And when you put in spring, you get 25% off of whatever your order is. So congrats if you want to go and get something. This is a good time to go get it, okay? And if you hear the 50% code on my video, then go use that 50% code and get 50% off of whatever it is you want there, okay? So I want to talk, before I go into these planets or where the moon is on these signs, on all the signs, I want to talk about where the planets are. I mentioned that the sun was at 23 degrees of Aries and the moon's at 23 degrees of Libra. And that's because we just had a full moon. It's exactly full right now. And it just passed over it about a half an hour ago. Mercury is at 28 degrees of Pisces. And since Mercury is now direct, it is on its way to going into Aries as well, but right now it's at 28 degrees and 9 minutes of Pisces. Venus is at 24 degrees and 37 minutes of Pisces, and that's also direct. Mars is at 27 degrees and 56 minutes of Cancer, and it's also direct. Jupiter is at 17 minutes of Gemini and 17 degrees and 58 minutes of Gemini, and it's also direct. Saturn is at 25 degrees of Pisces, 25 degrees and 54 minutes of Pisces, and it's direct. Uranus is at 25 degrees of Taurus, 25 degrees and 20 minutes of Taurus, and it is direct. Neptune is at 0 degrees of Pisces. It's at 0 degrees and 29 minutes of Pisces, and it's direct. And Pluto is at 3 degrees and 42 minutes of Aquarius, which means it's sitting almost exactly on my Mercury, which is at 3 degrees and 44 minutes of Aquarius, which is why I'm here talking about astrology right now. But that's also direct. Chiron is direct. How rare is that? Chiron is at 23 degrees and 0 minutes of Aries, which means that Chiron is sitting on the sun, and Chiron was also opposed the moon today and right now. And finally, the only thing that is retrograde, which is normally retrograde, is the North Node, the true node, which is at 27 degrees and 20 minutes of Pisces, and it is retrograding. And that 27 degrees of Pisces is exactly trine Mars at 27 degrees of Cancer, and is exactly, not exactly trine, but almost exactly trine Mercury, which is at 28 degrees of Pisces. So we've got the North Node sitting on Mercury. Wherever this 28 degrees of Pisces is, I think you're thinking kind of maybe clearly there, which is rare for Pisces to think clearly, but I think you might be. And Venus is there too. Venus at 24 degrees. So that little stellium in Pisces, I think, is helping some people, I think, that think hopefully with some compassion. I don't know if we've got a lot. We've had that Chiron sitting on Aries, so anything could happen today. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I do like that the node is trine Mars and Mercury is trine Mars and that type of thing. So also we've got Saturn and Uranus, and Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus. They are exactly sextile right now. So Jupiter and Saturn are copacetic. They're getting along. I mean, that's our luck and our responsibilities and what we have to do, and if we make sense, if we're not going off the deep end. It seems like Saturn is keeping things under tight rein, and Jupiter is under control for the moment, because I feel like Jupiter in Gemini has not been under control. I feel like some Geminis have gone hog wild. and lost their darn minds, and current president included. But you know, it was Jupiter in Gemini, and it was going crazy for a minute, and I feel like it really affected a lot of Geminis and a lot of decisions that they made. Only Gemini can fix the disasters that they created. Also, Neptune at 0 degrees of Aries is technically sextile Pluto at 3 degrees of Aries, Aquarius. So, and also Neptune at 0 degrees of Aries is technically sextile Mercury at 28 degrees of Pisces, and the North Node at 27 degrees of Pisces. I mean, it's 3 degrees away. They're basically conjunct. Yeah, they're all conjunct. Neptune, the North Node, Mercury, even though some are in Pisces, but they're all headed toward that. I feel like the North Node is retrograding, so it's pulling away. But other than that, yeah, that's what's going on. And I feel like the big issue was that we had the Sun and Chiron connect. First of all, that is a miserable behind Sun. And then the fact that the Moon was opposing in Libra. So it wasn't feeling any love anyway. But then Mars in Cancer wanted to come along and create havoc by squaring them both. So that T square was not good. Some of us felt that T square, and that it's just part of what we have to go through, right? We all had to go through that. So let's quickly go through how this might affect the signs, because we're talking about Aries and we're talking about Libra. So we're talking about possible relationship issues because it's a full moon. But whenever we're dealing with Aries and Libra, we're dealing about independence and interdependence, like dependence and independence. Am I doing this on my own, or am I doing this with you? Are you with me, or are you against me? Are you for me, or are you not for me? Are you my boo, or are you not my boo? You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when we got this full moon, this first house, this seventh house access going on like this. And some Aries and others who have a strong Aries they're alone. They're probably alone. They're not with other people. They might be finding ways to do things with other people, like me. I've got a progress Aries rising. I've been alone all darn day. I haven't done anything with anyone all day, except I've been messing with people on the internet and going live. I went live on Facebook, and I'm live on YouTube. I've been pitching and selling my products. Whether or not anyone's bought anything is a whole different story, but at least I've done what I had to do, which is put my face in your face. And I've done it. I had on blonde hair, so when you see my videos, you'll be like, but wasn't she just blonde? Yes, I was. And they were both getting on my nerves, so I didn't want to be blonde. I wanted to be redhead today. And I've done what I wanted to do. I'm a ginger. So let's go ahead and talk. I'm going to start with Aries, because it's Aries season. So I might as well start with you, Aries, since it's your time of the year. This is happening in your 7th house, Aries. And I don't know if you also did a lot today, like if you did a lot of reaching out today, because the reality is I did a lot of reaching out today because I got Aries rising. And I don't think I could have been to myself if I wanted to. I was going to come and have red hair and put my face in people's face. And even if I wanted to not do that, I somehow could not prevent myself from not doing it. It had to happen. And I've been doing it all since I woke up today. I woke up, got dressed, got on the internet, put my face in other people's face, and I've been at it all day. That's what I've been doing. And so you, Aries, might be going through something similar. I mean, it's about you and other people. How are you connecting with other people? Are you actively attracting other people, talking with other people, holding things with other people, doing group projects, collaborating. I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but I have a feeling it has something to do with other people. And if you're not doing something with other people, you should have been doing something with other people. This was a day to do stuff with others, whether it's with the person you love, the person you're married to, or somebody that you want to get to know. This is the day to do it with other people. There could have been some enemies or some opposition. And if that happened, just let it go under the bridge because it's a transit and it's going to disappear in a few days, so let it go. All right, Aries, that's my advice to you. I hope you had something good happen with your boo, if you got a boo. And if you're lucky, if you don't have a boo, I hope you meet one, because that could happen too when the emphasis is in the seventh house. And don't forget this emphasis, you're going to be feeling this for the next 2 weeks, not just today, but for the next 2 weeks. So good luck. Next, we're moving on to Taurus. And Taurus, this was affecting your sixth house, and the sixth house is your health. It's also work. It's the kind of work that is tedious work. It's the kind of work, Taurus, that you probably didn't want to do. And some Tauruses might not have done it. And you might have just been home being lazy all day because you didn't really want to do anything. Or you might have decided, hey, I'm going to work out and I'm going to take care of my body. And I'm going to do whatever healthy thing I need to do. So you might be doing a whole healthy thing right now. You might be out biking or at the gym or making special dinners or something like that because you're in this healthy kick. Okay. It could be also you're catching up on work, whatever that work is. So if you had some chores you needed to do, then you could be doing that, doing your chores. Next, we're going to move on to Gemini. And Gemini, this is happening in your fifth house. And fifth house is a good house. Some Geminis, you just feel lucky. Like I said, some Geminis have been overdoing the luck with Jupiter there. And I feel like now with this fifth house, between Jupiter and the fifth house, like Gemini, y'all are so lucky. Y'all are so lucky. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what to say to y'all. It's just ridiculous. It's too much luck. But I know some Geminis are lucky. Now, some Geminis might be dealing with things like children because the fifth house is children. So you could be dealing with children. If you have children, keep an eye on your kids. Make sure they're okay. Okay. But it should be good because it's trine. It's a trine with this Libra moon. It's a sextile with the Aries sun. It's good. You're good, Gemini. I don't know what you're doing, but I feel like you should be good. You should be good in love, romance, gambling, taking chances, playing the lotto. I hate to say it, but playing the stock market like Trump did. And I'm not going to say it. Anyway, Gemini, good luck. I hope you enjoy whatever chances and gambling you're doing. Leo. Oh, excuse me. Cancer. Almost skipped over Cancer. Cancer, this is happening in your fourth house, and then that's something that's your house, Cancer. hmm This is happening in your house. And I feel like some Cancers, because of this, you might be having a really good time around the house with family and friends, eating, cooking, doing stuff, cleaning, doing stuff around the house, decorating, that kind of stuff. There could be some emotions going on with you, but I think some Cancers are just beautifying your home and having candlelight dinners and all that kind of stuff. I feel like that's what some Cancers. And if you ain't did it, that's what you should be doing, because that's what you could be doing. So I hope you're doing something good and not doing anything bad, Cancer, because this is a good time for family and your home, inviting people to your home, entertaining in your home. I think that would be good. Now, Leo, this is happening for Leo in the third house. So, Leo, this is about you communicating. And I don't know what you are communicating or who you are communicating to. But if you are communicating to someone, then good. If you've got something important you need to communicate, this is a good time to do it. If you've been holding off on communicating, this would be the time to start communicating. Because if you have not, if you've been holding it in, and not talking or saying your truth. Sometimes we hold back on our truth because it it feels heavy. We don't want to say what we want to say. But I feel like when the moon is in the third house, you're going to throw caution to the wind and you're going to say whatever it is you need to say. You don't care. You're all emotional in this place. And that's the one thing I'm going to warn you about. Don't get too emotional, you know, in this area. Uh, I just feel like that could be an issue, right? Where you get all emotional. Uh, and it comes out in your speech, you know, when you're emotional like that. And then people judge you by your speech because you let it come out that you got emotional. So you might want to watch that. But the good thing is Libra is sextile Leo. And Aries is trine Leo. It's all good in the hood for you, Leo. This is actually good. That's why I'm saying if you have something that you've been wanting to say, like this is the time to say it because this is good for you. This is a good moment. A trine and a sextile, my goodness. Definitely take advantage of it, okay, Leo? And also, I think around your neighborhood, you might be doing stuff around your home and around your neighborhood, and might be stuff around your neighbors and stuff like that in your community. Virgo, this is happening in your second house, and all I got to say is, girl, boy, this is money, and I hope that y'all are enjoying this money because I see Virgo getting money. That's what I see. A full moon in Libra in your second house of money, that's called show me the money. Some Virgos are getting shown the money. And maybe you had this money coming. Maybe this money was due to you, but it's coming. And if it's not here yet, you got 2 weeks for it to get to you. Because I think you got money coming, Virgo. I think it's all about money. I think some Virgos might be decorating and doing things with their money because, you know, this is what happens when it's in the second house. You want things to be pretty. You want things to smell good, look good, feel good. So you might get some new furniture, you might get new clothes, you might get new makeup. I'm not sure how you're going to do it, but it's Libra. Libra likes to look pretty. Libra likes pretty things. And the second house is money. Okay. So it's just common sense that this money is going to be spent on getting pretty things. Now, it might be on your relationship, so it might be something with your partner or for your partner, but for the most part, for Virgo, this Libra is going to be in your second house of money. And so you're going to either be spending money, getting money, dealing with money, or luxury items, good things. It's positive. To get the money, it's positive. Libra, this is happening in your first house. So this is happening to you. And it's happening to the essence of you, this full moon. Some Libras might just feel emotional. That's how it might manifest, is you feeling emotional, maybe losing control, getting out of control because you feel emotional. And some Libras might not have problems with that. The issue is Libras have problems with balance. Like you always want balance. You want to keep the balance. You want to be in balance. You don't want to lose your balance. And so for a Libra, a full moon can be a whole problem, okay? A whole problem because you'll feel like you're off balance. And you guys, I'm so sorry, but my wig was all slipping. I had to take care of it. I'm sorry. But I'm so honest. But the thing is, you may just feel like you're off balance. The full moon sometimes does that because it's full and it's a lot of emotion. And it's hard to keep things in check when they're not checking, it's growing. It's not manageable. So I feel like now that we've gotten past it, because it probably was worse leading up to today, now that we've gotten past the full moon, it's going to start feeling more better. You'll be able to manage whatever the emotions are, whatever this imbalance is, whatever feels like it's off kilter. You'll be able to get that back into shape, and you'll be able to work on you, because I feel like some of this is about you and managing how you feel about things and how things are affecting you and how things make you feel. And if you can deal with that, and especially in your partnerships with whoever your partner is, if you're married or whatever, deal with that. If it's about an actual partnership, like a work partnership, deal with that. Don't hold it in. Emotions need to be expressed. So I hope you're doing that, Libra. Scorpio, this is happening in your 12th house. And so there are some hidden things. You're another one I feel like has been hiding or holding back on your emotions. And you might feel like you have to. Like you might be in a situation where you're really highly emotionally affected, but you don't want nobody to know about it and you don't want to show that in public. And so you might hide that so that you don't want no one to know that you've been sad or scared or crying or afraid or any of the things that you are worried about, because I do feel like some Scorpios are concerned about things. Now, one of the things that could happen with this is that something that you did a long time ago can come out of the blue, because secrets can be exposed when the moon is full in the 12th house. So if you've got some secrets and you've been hiding them, don't be surprised if, you know, stuff comes out. The 12th house tends to bring out that stuff. This is especially true if you end up going out and getting drunk or getting high and then you start spouting and talking about all the people's business. The other thing is, don't do anything sneaky, because the 12th house is also sneaking around, and a lot of people do things like have illicit affairs and stuff like that, and secretly hate somebody and plotting and all. The 12th house can do all kind of horrible things. So make sure you're not doing that, Scorpio, because Scorpio tends to be vindictive, and I can see you doing some really bad things, and I don't want you doing that because it'll come back to haunt you. Okay. Now, Sagittarius, this is happening in your 11th house, and I think that's good. I think this is going to be good for Saggy for a couple of reasons. One, because Aries trines Sagittarius and Libra sextile Sagittarius. So like Leo, you're in a good position with this moon and sun opposition. This is a good couple of weeks for you, Sagittarius, and I want you to take advantage of that. It's happening in your 11th house. The 11th house is the natural house of hopes and wishes and dreams and opportunities and clubs and groups and the things that you hope for. And maybe you need to get them through a group or a club or an organization that you belong to. Maybe it's not enough that you do it on your own. Maybe you will need to have some assistance or go and join a club or some kind of group. Oh, and this reminds me, like I have the cosmic circle or celestial circle. So you might want to be a part of the celestial circle membership. And this is something, and I got Sagittarius rising in Seattle. So of course I created the celestial circle. Of course I did. How funny. But Sagittarius, this is something that you might be doing, like joining groups and clubs or creating groups and clubs and organizations and stuff like that, and maybe even just working with people over the internet and stuff like that, because I also think that social media is the 11th house as well. So good luck to you, Saggy. Okay, much love. Capricorn, this is happening in your 10th house, and I'm a double Capricorn in Western astrology, and I can tell you I'm very ambitious. Like I said, I've got 2 videos I'm going to upload about me pitching different products, and that's all it's about. Well, I'm talking about astrology too, but basically it's about pitching different products, and I want to make sure that you guys know that I've got different services and different products and different things that you can purchase, because at the end of the day, I can come and give you all this free information all I want, but it's really about sales. It's really about me being able to stay afloat. And if I don't make any sales, then I don't stay afloat. And so I have been looking at the business part of business, making some sales, and I'm in the middle of doing that. So I hope that if you haven't purchased anything, that you have, or you will consider doing so by going to our shop, which is at astrologyalookinside.com. That's astrologyalookinside.com/shop. Just go to our shop and check out the different things that we have there. According to GoDaddy, I've got 143 items available in my shop. So if you are interested in helping or donating or being assistance to myself, Astrology, a look inside, definitely go by the website. There is also a donation button somewhere on that website, so you can find that as well if you want to donate. So, but I feel like a lot of Capricorns are in the middle of being very ambitious right now. You've got a lot of ambition right now. You're thinking about your career. You're thinking about your reputation. You're thinking about your ambitions and what you can do to get ahead in this world. And this is what you should be focused on, Capricorn. So if you're doing that, good for you. Next, we're going to talk to the Aquarius. And Aquarius, this is happening in your ninth house, And the ninth house is the house of spirituality. It is a house of travel and a house of higher education as well, and law and order. I always say the ninth house is law and order. I always think about that little Law and Order sound, doom doom, like doom doom, like that little sound that they have in Law and Order. That's what I think of in the ninth house, and that's where you're at, Aquarius. I feel like some Aquariuses might be out there on the picket lines. They might be out there protesting. A lot of you might have been in the 502 or 501, 502, whatever that thing is, or in the what was that Liberation, not Liberation Day, but the protest day. So I feel like a lot of Aquariuses are out there, and I just I don't even have to know you personally to know that you're probably either for or against very staunchly. You're either for Trump or you're against Trump, and there's no in between. One of the things about Aquarius is that they're a fixed sign, and Aquariuses tend to get fixed in one way or the other. A lot of times, though, Aquarius are liberators, they are revolutionaries, and they start revolutions. And so I do sense that some of those protesters are Aquarius. I do believe that. Because the ninth house deals with things like law and politics and legalities and, protests and even policing, even ICE, all of that would be the ninth house, all of it, especially ICE, because the ninth house is foreign policy and foreign issues. So ICE deals with, getting rid of immigrants and foreigners. So some Aquariuses might even be working as ICE agents or themselves being deported. I just feel like some Aquariuses are dealing with whatever this issue is that is affecting the lives of a lot of people in America right now, with the immigration, with the deportation, with the political and the legal and all of that. So Aquarius, if you're going through that, let me know in the comments. I really want to know who's going through what's happening in people's lives. And I really want to know if Aquarius are experiencing something like that or just very concerned about it. And finally, we've got Pisces. Pisces, this is happening for you in the eighth house. In the eighth house. Now, the eighth house is an interesting place for Pisces for it to happen because, the eighth house is the natural house of Scorpio. And Scorpio trines Pisces, so I don't think you're uncomfortable in the eighth house. I feel like it's a comfortable place. But I do feel like, it's a full moon there, and it's Libra. And I feel like it's about you maybe finding balance in that area. Now, the eighth house is normally about money. It's normally other people's money. It's normally like your partner's money or someone that owes you money or who pays you money. And what I mean by that, like child support would be eighth house, okay? Or insurance payouts, that would be eighth house. Or any monthly annuities that you might get. Like a YouTube payment, that would be an eighth house because they're paying you. So something like that is eighth house. And you might be waiting for something like that. You might be waiting for an insurance payout or your taxes or something like that. So a lot of Pisces might be dealing with this eighth house thing. If you've got a partner, you might be dealing with your partner's money or your partner not having money or your partner affecting you, your money, because you've got this partner that is waiting for whatever they're waiting for, or just taking money because they feel like you owe it to them. That could be a part of it. I hope that's not the situation for some Pisces, but I could see that happening because Pisces are pushovers. And if you've got, especially if you've got a Libra partner, they might just push you right over because they like to tip the apple cart sometimes because of the balance thing with them. So be careful, Pisces, with your money, and be careful who you're lending your money to, and be careful with your partners with your money, and just make sure you've got enough, okay, that you're protected financially, that you've got enough money. Okay. All right. So you guys, this has just been my quick rundown astrology because it's a full moon in Libra. I didn't do any cards, but someone asked me, if to send them my Amazon wish list because they'll get me some new cards. Because I think what happens is after a while you just get tired of the same cards, and I think I've gotten to that point. So someone said they're going to get me some cards, so I gave them my Amazon wish list, and let's see what cards I end up with over the next couple of weeks. And if I get a good deck that I like, I'll come and do some readings for everybody, okay? Anyway, this has been Adrienne Capricorn Tigress of astrologyaLookInside.com. And I came here, I conquered, what is it? I came, I saw, I conquered. I did my readings. I did what I was gonna do. Let's see what this song sounds like. It's cute. I guess I'm gonna play this on my way out. Much love to everybody. Many blessings.